Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. This is Horror Town, and today I'm bringing you another Halloween horror movie review as part of my Halloween review-a-thon series for the month of October. And today we're going to be looking at the fourth Halloween film entitled The Return of Michael Myers. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, indeed. So, this movie is, as its name suggests, the fourth film in the franchise. It is an American slasher film that was released in 1988, which was directed by Dwight H. Little, as well as written by Alan B. McElroy, right? McElroy. This movie stars Donald Pleasence, Ellie Cornell, Daniel Harris, or is it Danielle Harris, as well as Michael Pataki, right? So, this is pretty much how the movie was directed, how it was written, who stars in it, but what is the movie truly about? What's happening, right? What the heck is going on in this film? So, in this movie, basically, the movie is obviously a kind of sequel to the third film, to the second film. I'm sorry about this, because the third film is not part of the franchise per se. It was supposed to be an anthology series, Halloween at that point, but it didn't really pan out, so they decided to drop the concept, drop the idea. So basically, Halloween 4 actually skips through the third film. It doesn't include it in any way, shape, or form. It's pretty much kind of forgotten in a way in the franchise. It's one of these films that, didn't amount to much of, anything in regards to a sequel, that is, so yeah, this is pretty much the fourth film in the franchise, and yes, no mention of the third film. So basically, yes, it's now 1988, October 30th, and basically Michael Myers is obviously still kind of suffering the aftermath of the explosion that happened. I'm sorry if I might be kind of spoiling a little bit the previous film, but I have to a certain extent, but I'll try my level best not to spoil this one. So please bear with me, folks. So basically, yes, he's still kind of, reeling, kind of suffering from it, and he's going to be transferred from that place from he was in Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, and he's about to be transferred to Richmond Federal Sanitarium. Sorry, whoa, I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up here. I'm checking out on Wikipedia. I apologize. He's about to be transferred from Richmond Federal Sanitarium to Smiths Grove Sanitarium. So, was it the place he was in before? Previously, I believe it is. It does. The name sounds familiar. So basically, he's going to be transferred there, but obviously something is going to happen, and well, the kills are going to resume again. And in this film, Michael is going to make a discovery about some kind of long-lost relative. I won't tell you what kind of a relative it is. I don't want to spoil it too much or anything, but basically, yes, I'll tell you that much. It kind of runs in the family. That's all I leave you with, folks. So basically, yes, he's going to make a discovery, and this is going to be kind of, there's going to be some kind of a connection with this woman, Lori, right? And yeah, I'll let you find out for yourselves how, but basically, he's going to be looking for somebody, Michael, that is. And this person might very well be in danger, right? So this is when it comes to Michael Myers. But what about the other characters? What about the rest of the plot? So basically, we're introduced in this film to this family, right? So basically, we have Jamie Lloyd, who is a young girl who's about 10 years old or something like this. She's very young, and she's living with her foster family, her foster parents, Richard, as well as Dorleen Caruthers. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. And she has a teenage sister, sorry, who is basically, yes, who is the daughter as well. And her name is Rachel. And basically, yes, she and Jamie are kind of, pretty close. She's really nice to her as her older sister. She makes sure that she's okay. She tries whenever yes, Jamie is gonna have some nightmares, and Rachel is gonna try to help her cope with that, help her, kind of, you know, put her mind at ease, so to speak. So she's a pretty nice sister. Only this time, at some point in the movie, they're gonna need her to babysit, and Rachel is not gonna feel so thrilled about it, so enthused, because she had other plans, right? With a boy she likes named Brady, and she doesn't wanna be stuck babysitting, but it appears that she has no choice, right? So then Rachel is gonna decide to take care of what was her name again? Jamie, right? So she's gonna kind of try to be fun, kind of make her happy, kind of entertain her. So they're gonna go after school to that store to buy some Halloween masks, and later on they're gonna want to go for ice cream at some point, if I'm not mistaken. So there, she's gonna run into some friends, and let you find out for yourselves who they are. Rachel, I mean, yes, she's gonna see one of her friends, and yeah. So this is basically how it goes. So yeah, and then of course, yes, as the movie goes on, Jamie is gonna it's gonna appear that she's seeing some, she might be catching some glimpses of Michael Myers, and that kind of sends her over the edge. She kind of gets really, really scared, right? Later on that night, Rachel and Jamie are gonna go trick or treating together. Rachel is gonna be kind of accompanying her to go out and have fun on that Halloween night. But then obviously, it's going to become, obvious that they might very well be in danger because Michael Myers is on the loose. And the sheriff in this movie, his name is Ben Meeker, who is the father of one of the girls. I forgot her name. I believe it is, let me see here, what's her name again? She's a friend, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, she's a friend of Rachel's. And well, it'll come back to me later, perhaps. Kelly, right? Her name is Kelly. So basically, yes, there's something about Kelly as well. I'll let you find out for yourselves what it is. It's not a good thing necessarily. Actually, it's not good at all, but I don't want to spoil too much or anything. But I'll let you find out for yourselves what it is. But basically, Ben Meeker is the sheriff, and he's gonna be basically kind of be on the lookout for Michael, so that, as you might have guessed from where this is all going, this Halloween night, Michael is going to be back 10 years later after, the initial rampage began in 1978. And this time, yes, he's back with a vengeance, as you might think, right? And he's going to be kind of wreaking havoc, right? Or wreaking havoc, rather. Sometimes I get my words wrong. Wreaking havoc back in Haddonfield, right? So this is pretty much how it goes. I spent about 10 minutes talking about the plot. But what did I think about Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers? How was it? How good was it? How was it any good anyway? Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers is an awesome film. I love it so much. It is definitely one of my favorite movies of the franchise. I actually preferred it over the first film. I believe that this movie had a lot of action, had a lot of scary jump scares, had a lot of good, awesome, you know, kills, and scary scenes. It is definitely the kind of film that you would enjoy any time of the day, whether it is in the afternoon, at night, in the morning. It is so good, right? And it definitely flies by. It's about an hour and a half, and it's so good. I really enjoyed it. The only thing that I wasn't crazy about was Michael Myers' mask. In the previous films, his mask was scary. His mask was creepy in Halloween and Halloween 2. In this one, it's more like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not as good as the first, as the way it looked before. It's not exactly the way it is on the movie poster either, which I think the movie poster is awesome with the, Michael Myers' mask, Michael Myers in the foreground and the house in the back, the foster house, if I'm not mistaken. And I really, really enjoyed this movie poster. It really definitely puts the emphasis on Michael and makes us want to check this movie out. But yeah, Halloween 4 is a pretty good film for what it was. I really enjoyed kind of the family connection. I believe that the actors did a pretty awesome job, and we're going to move on to them in a second. But I really, really enjoyed how this whole movie played out. And definitely it is one of my favorites. It is pretty underrated, and not a lot of people speak about it. Now, I know that one of my favorite YouTubers, Goosebumps reviewers too, on YouTube. His name is Goosebumps Completionist. He actually liked Halloween 4, if I'm not mistaken. It might be his favorite. It's definitely one of my favorite films of the franchise, right? It is so good. I really, really loved this film for what it was. It definitely has a lot of cool things, a lot of nice packed action. So I really enjoyed it, and the actors did an awesome job. So who are the actors? So we have Donald Pleasance once again as Dr. Samuel Loomis, and this time he's a little bit burnt, his face because of what happened before the fire at the hospital. Then we have Ellie Cornell, who plays Rachel Caruthers. Ellie Cornell was really good in this film. Like I said, she's really good as the older sister. She really cares for Jamie, her younger sister, foster sister, right? But they seem so close, and I really enjoyed the chemistry between them. And Jamie Lloyd was played by Danielle Harris, right? Who later on became a very talented actress who starred in many movies and TV shows. She was in the remakes, by the way, of Halloween, the Halloween remakes. Yeah, the Zombies Halloween. Yeah, don't get me started. We'll get to them once we get to them, God willing. But for now, I'm not gonna speak about them. I'm just telling you that Danielle Harris starred in many TV shows. She starred in an episode of Charmed. She was in Cold Case, an episode. She was in many, many productions, and she's a really good, talented actress. So having her here, she's very young. I don't recall how old she was in this film, but she played very well for a young actress. Then we have Tom Morga as well as George P. Wilbur. Both actors play Michael Myers. You know, that was pretty good. Then we have Michael Pataki as Dr. Huffman. We have Bao Star, or is it Bo Star as Sheriff Ben Meeker, who did pretty well. Then we have Kathleen Kinment, who plays Kelly Meeker. Sasha Jensen, who plays Brady. And obviously, yes, I didn't like Brady's character that much. I won't spoil why, but you'll see. Then we have Leslie L. Rowland, who plays Lindsay. Gene Ross plays Earl Ford. Corman Philby plays Reverend Jackson P. Sayre, who gives Dr. Loomis a lift at some point. We have Raymond O'Connor, who plays security guard. Jeff Olson plays Richard Caruthers. Karen Alston plays Darlene Caruthers. Nancy Borch-Knight plays the woman attendant, right? And then we have other actors and actresses. Then we have, yes, Alan B. McElroy, who plays State Trooper at Ambulance Crash Site, who was uncredited. Then we have Danny Ray, who plays Tommy Doyle. Yeah, those are basically the main actors and actresses. And at some point I didn't mention it, but there's going to be that kind of mob that are going to want to come together and fight Michael together. And, I did enjoy this too. And yeah, I think that this movie, sorry, was pretty good. I'm just trying to remember who Michael Pataki played Dr. Huffman. I'm just checking this out really soon, really quickly, God willing, because I don't recall him, but maybe if I check out a picture of him, I will. Oh, yes, that's the doctor, I see. Yes, I did enjoy him as well. He was pretty good. So, yeah, the main actors were pretty good. I really enjoyed how they really played very well. And it was really interesting to have this film. And I know that many people might not actually enjoy Halloween 4 for what it was. And it has an ending that is, pretty intense, I guess you could say. There's a big twist in the end. The twist I wasn't crazy about, I have to say. It kind of took me off by surprise, like it probably did many people. And I wasn't so fond of it. But other than that, the movie is good. It plays well. The music is good. It's ominous. It's eerie. It's creepy. It is definitely one of the one of the most awesome films in the franchise. And I know that many people might disagree with me, might think that this movie was not as good as the other ones. I beg to disagree. I actually think that this was better than even the first film, which I believe is one of my favorites. Obviously, it's a classic in horror. It's an icon of the Halloween franchise. But this movie is definitely kind of better in a way because it has more. Obviously, the special effects are better in my opinion. Since 1988, we are getting closer to the 90s, which are obviously, some of the best movies, horror films are from the 90s with the some awesome special effects and music and kills and brutality on screen, which is much better, much more elaborate than it was in the 80s. But yeah, this one definitely was awesome. I really enjoyed it, how it all plays out, how it progresses, how it develops, and everything about it was definitely, a stroke of genius, in my opinion. Now, mind you, that it took exactly about 10 years since, exactly 10 years after the release of the first film, and about 7 years after the second film to have this one. Now, of course, as I mentioned before previously, the third film was supposed to be some kind of an anthology series, but it definitely didn't work out, which is kind of sad because I really loved the third film and I don't want it to be, forgotten or anything like that. And I was so glad that I happened to review it. So this one is basically kind of where it takes over after the second film, right? This is the fourth quo, right? The sequel to the second film. And it kind of amidst the events of the third film, obviously, because it's not related to Michael Myers. So in this movie, as the title suggests, the return of Michael Myers. Once again, Michael Myers is back on screen, right? So yeah, this is a good way to reintroduce us to the character and bring him back after he's been gone in the previous film as the main villain, that is. But there was still some kind of connection in the third film to Michael Myers, and those who have watched it know what I'm talking about, the TV scene. But yeah, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. If I were to rate this movie on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd definitely give it, I guess I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely one of my favorite Halloween movies, as well as the third film is one of my favorites too, as I gave it a 10 as well. But this one definitely deserves a 10 as well because of the action, the way it progresses. I liked how Michael Myers is back once again and he's going to be hunting down this one person, which I won't tell you who. And I liked how Samuel Loomis, Dr. Loomis, was still kind of on the lookout for him, kind of hunting him down on his own, doing some hunting of his own, and trying to find Michael before it's too late. And I really enjoyed also how Rachel, the older sister, kind of really takes care of her younger sister and is nice and is compassionate and patient, and she really is trying. You can tell that she's willing to put herself in harm's way to protect her sister. So this is definitely a beautiful thing to see. There's a lot of, there are a lot of scary scenes in this film. There are a lot of jump scares, but as far as I'm concerned, everything was definitely well plotted out and well put. And up until you reach the end of the film, when you have the final twist, it definitely keeps you on the edge of your seats, right? So I really, really love this film, and I definitely believe that it is one of my favorites. Since I give it a 10, obviously, it is one of my favorites. But I really want to emphasize how good the action was, how interesting, how intricate it was, how it really, kind of moves from one scene to another in such a smooth way. And I really loved also how it was shot, with the streets, obviously on Halloween night, you have the trees, the cars, it is so good, it really feels like one of those American towns which you really like to lose yourself in, right? I don't know about you, but I love to, when I'm visiting a foreign town, a town I'm not from, I love to walk around and just, kind of, lose myself in it, so to speak, right? And I really think that this autumn kind of feel to it definitely is a big up. It's definitely what makes the movie all the more enjoyable is the whole kind of, plot, is the whole time of the year, right? It really feels like Halloween, right? It really feels like late October. I don't know when it was shot exactly, but I don't care because it feels like this is exactly the time when it is shot. Is actually reflects the time of the movie itself. So 10 out of 10 for me, one of my favorite Halloween movies. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this film. 10 out of 10 for me for Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. What about you folks? What did you think about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And let me know in the comment section down below. And please check out my friends, my reviewing buddies, Michael as well as Grayson on their respective channels. Strange Grayson, or is it Night of the Living Dude now? I believe that he changed the name of his channel. I apologize for that if I might have gave the wrong name of the channel. I mean, the link is there, but yeah, sometimes I get confused because I used to be familiar with Strange Michael, but Night of the Living Dude, check it out. It's really a cool, awesome channel, and he reviewed all the Halloween films, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, definitely hats off to him. He's doing an awesome job, and he's very good and talented in reviewing, and I definitely love to watch his reviews, and it kind of inspires me too. But he's not the only one. I also would like to give a big shout out to one of my friends too, one of my best friends on YouTube. His name is Grayson, and his channel is Strange Grayson, and he reviewed this film as well. He gave an awesome review as part of his Halloween-a-thon review-a-thon series. He did an awesome job, and it was 3 years ago, mind you, but it doesn't matter, right? Because, these movies are timeless, and you can watch them anytime. And so the reviews obviously can be watched at any times, and you can do them at any times too. At any time, you can do them at any time as long as it's in this, I believe, period, right? In this time of year, So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Please check out my friends, and the reviews are awesome. And I also, before I move on, before I end the review, I would just like to remind people that yes, Moustapha Akkad too, he happened to produce this film, if I'm not mistaken. It says here, yes, he was an executive producer and he presented this film. Moustapha Akkad was an awesome, producer and film director who was part of the Halloween franchise. So I just wanted to re-mention that very quickly because, everybody who participated in these awesome movies should be given credit for their work because Halloween wouldn't be the same without them. The movie franchise was so awesome, right? So I just wanted to mention these people very quickly, all of them, and I believe that John Carpenter, if I'm not mistaken, he did the music in this film, didn't he? And the music, we can talk about it very quickly. The music is a little bit different, but it's still pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, this is pretty much how it goes. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this review. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Really loved this film. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it for this review. Alright, folks, thank you for watching. And let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this film, whether you liked it or hated it. I would be more than happy to hear about your thoughts and views on this movie. Please check out my other reviews if you haven't already about the Halloween movies, and let me know about your favorite as well in the franchise. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next review, God willing, really soon for another Halloween movie review. I don't know if I can. Obviously, there are so many more, so it's probably going to take me, longer to review them, and I'll probably be exceeding a little bit, into the month of November because I haven't rewatched them all anyway. So I'm still rewatching them as I go on, and then I review them. So it's probably going to take me a little while to catch up. So yes, bear with me. But this is the end of Halloween 4, my review, that is. Thank you for watching. See you on the next review. And, well, happy Halloween. And I'll see you on the next review. God willing, I don't know exactly when, but I'll try my level best to do it soon for the 5th Halloween movie. For the review of the 5th Halloween movie in the franchise. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care. This is Horror Town signing off.